Hello everybody, Wright here. Welcome back to Wright Ace Attorney Justice for All. This time we are in the final day of trial for the second case. We are all ready to go. We at this point know that Miney is a murderer and Morgan Day is an accomplice. Just need to prove it. June 22nd, 9:51 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 3. Nick? Yeah? Did you know that Von Karma's daughter is only 18, just like me? Yeah? Why? I was just thinking about how strong she is. I mean, she's been in Germany all this time by herself, and she's so grown up. Yeah, I'm sure she felt a lot of pressure on her father's reputation. And then you look at me and, well, I'm the daughter of the master, but I'm still just a little girl. And on top of that, I'm the suspect in a murder trial. But I think you're really strong too, Maya, for all you've gone through. Good morning! The two of you look like you're doing well today. I'm happy for you. Morning, Pearly. You'll be safe today, Mystic Maya. Huh? What do you mean? My mother's coming today to show her support. Yeah, that's right, Pearly. Pearls? Yes, Mr. Nick? Do you think you could do me a big favor? Could you channel Mia today? I was sort of hoping to sit in the audience today and watch. Please, it's very important to me. I don't feel confident enough without her help. Mr. Nick, that's enough. You can't show weakness in front of the person you love. Pearly, not this again. Please, can you do this for us, Pearls? Alright, I'll do it. I'll do it for Mystic Maya's sake. See you later then. I'll leave you two to your alone time. Thank goodness. Nick, this way Pearls won't have to be able to see today's trial. What do you mean? What's going on? Oh boy. Court is now in session for the trial of Maya Fay. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Alright, now that interruption is over with, let's start already indeed. Mr. Phoenix Wright, I look forward to tonight's news with great joy. The image of your defeat's face will be transmitted all over the world. All over the world, huh? I'm thinking you made quite a name for yourself, Phoenix. Don't be foolish, you fool wearing the foolish clothes. The famous one is me. I'm the prodigy who has never lost a case since becoming a prosecutor 5 years ago. Naturally, the world's eyes are on me as I conduct my first trial in this country. Aha, that's nice, Miss Von Karma. Glad to see you're in such good spirits today, Miss Fay. It's true what they say, women really are scary when they fight. Now then, a very interesting theory was presented during yesterday's session. That the defendant could have left the channeling chamber, correct? Yes. And this key is proof of that. This key, the only key to the channeling chamber, was not where it should have been. Your Honor, I would like to say one thing before we begin. Alright, well, let's hear it. The prosecution has determined that from the time of the murder to the time of the arrest, the defendant did indeed leave the room at one point. What? But Miss Von Karma, then how do you explain this picture? Are you saying then that the person in this picture is not the defendant? I never said that wasn't the defendant. Then what is the meaning of this? All I am saying is that Maya Fay, after killing the victim, exited the room. And I believe that is when she dropped this key. Can you substantiate your claim? Isn't that what I'm here for? The prosecution would like to call the defendant's aunt, Morgan Fay, to the stand. Just as I suspected, Aunt Morgan. Poor Mia, she seems really torn by this. Oh boy. Witness, name and occupation. My name Morgan Fay, and I am a spirit medium, in a manner of speaking. I'm sorry, what do you mean in a manner of speaking? Sorry about that! Fucking fly. There's a fucking fly. Fucking annoying. It was on my camera, and it's like, I'm gonna risk it, I'm gonna try fucking getting it. I failed. I failed to kill it, damn it. Damn fly! Of course, it only gets in because the garage is right over there, and if the door's open, flies will get in a moment, damn it. Sorry, anyways, back to this. I don't think anyone really cares. Now then, after the murder took place, you kept watch over the defendant, correct? Yes, that's correct. I performed the spirit severing technique on Mystic Maya then. Spirit severing technique? Sorry, thought I heard something. A technique to remove a spirit from the body and send it back to the other world. That is... Yes, that is... You be quiet. Now, witness. Something happened while you were performing this technique, correct? Yes, that is correct. What in the world could have? Mystic Maya, she escaped from the room. What? And here we come to the heart of the matter. Maya Fey, while in a possessed state, managed to escape from the channeling chamber. Order! Miss Fey, please testify to the squad what happened during that time. Your Honor, I will try my best. I think someone just upped the ante on this trial. After we heard gunshots, those two broke the door open into the chamber. I requested that Mr. Wright and the other lady please contact the police. A pistol was hanging from Mystic Maya's hand and she was in a daze. Then, quite suddenly, she thrusted me away from herself and escaped from the room. With great strength, she hit the base of my neck and I fainted for a short while. I'm afraid I have no knowledge of where she went after that. Why have you hidden this until now? I did not wish to cause more trouble for Mystic Maya. However, I must correct falsities when they arise. That's right. She's simply correcting a falsity, Mr. Phoenix, right? Why is she making it a point to take a stab at me? Never mind. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please. Mom's a very smart and sly person. It's going to be hard for us to find a crack in her testimony. Which is why we press everything! We press everything. Just now you said those two. Who were the two people you were referring to? I was referring to that foreign lady and yourself, good sir. Lotta's not a foreigner, despite how she talks. Oh, is that so? I'm sorry. I simply cannot understand her atrocious English. Not to mention she looked awful. And I see people in Harling gearing up for a riot. In any case, I have already sent the repair bill to your office, Mr. Wright. Thanks. What did you do after that, Miss Fay? Was it really necessary to have two people do something as simple as call the police? If there was a possibility of escape, then one of us should have stayed behind. Yes, that is a very good point. At that time, I myself was a little confused. On top of which, there was another... Another what, madam? Oh, it's nothing. No need to concern yourself. I want to hear the end of that sentence. There's another reason you wanted both us out of that room, wasn't there? Come on. You must testify. Why did you chase us out of the room? I simply do not wish for there to be more victims. The lives of both the good sir and that camera woman may be in danger. Is what I thought to myself. Oh boy. Well, that was very noble of you, Miss Fay. This is bad. Now people have a good impression of her and a bad one of us. Looks like she caught us napping. That's my offering. Are you satisfied now, Mr. Wright? Miss Faye, please continue. During our investigation, you state that you struck the defendant on the head. And this strike caused Maya to lose consciousness. Do you stand by this statement? I'm afraid I don't. The statement I gave you is a lie. Why would you lie about something like that? It's very painful for me to say this, however. Objection! The witness was lying to cover for the defendant. She was covering for Maya? So you were covering for the defendant? Well, yes. It was only later that I was informed of what had occurred. That the renegade Mystic Maya had done something very unexpected. Something unexpected? What, pray tell, did she... Oh! This witness didn't and couldn't have seen what had happened. If you want to know what this unexpected thing was, it's always later. Yes, very well. Why does it suddenly feel like there's a rock in the pit of my stomach? Now, witness, continue with what happened. You thrust it away from me. Let that easy for her to escape from you. I'm ashamed to admit that's such a thing, yes. You are physically larger and stronger than the defendant. There is no way she could have escaped from you so easily. Objection! Knew that was coming. Have you forgotten already, Mr. Phoenix Wright? What about this picture? Remember that at the time the defendant was not physically Maya Fey. Growing old is such a mysterious thing. Trust me, I know firsthand. Basically, Mystic Maya's body was still that of the nurse she had called. But if she had run away, wouldn't you have given chase right away? Oh yes, I would have. However, she hit the base of my neck and I fainted. You fainted. I became dizzy and then collapsed onto the floor. How long were you unconscious? I'm not sure. About 10 minutes, perhaps? An offendant almost certainly went somewhere in that time. Happy? Witness, elaborate on that point for us. Fred, I have no knowledge where she went after that. Is that because you were unconscious? Why, yes. Great. Well, now what? So while you were unconscious, you have absolutely no idea where the defendant went. I would think that's obvious, good sir. If that's true, then how can you know for sure that the defendant left the channeling chamber at all? Now that you mention it, I have to wonder myself. It's true that this witness is not able to confirm this. But the key word here is this witness. What do you mean by that? She has another witness up her sleeve. That's what. It's like Miss Fun Karma is ready to move on to her next witness. That's enough. From what I can tell, there is nothing wrong with this witness's testimony. And from what she has said, we can establish that Maya Fey did leave the channeling chamber. I hope this isn't going to come back and bite us in the butt. Let's take the next logical step and ask, where did the defendant go after leaving the channeling chamber? Yes. As I said, be quiet, you. Now then, what the escapee had done was that she had gone to speak with a certain person. She went to speak with someone? Who was it? The prosecution calls Miss Eenie Miney, who was sleeping at the side room at the time. Eenie Miney? Think you can see where this is headed? Witness, name and occupation. Okay, so my name is, Eenie Miney. I'm, researching, parapsychology stuff at the, university. What is this parapsychology? Let's see, it's I guess, most people call it occult stuff. Even if that's what most people call it, I can't say I understand what that means. Then I suggest you go home and research it yourself. Yes, sir. Now then, Miss Miney. After the murder took place, you spoke with the defendant, Maya Fey. Is this correct? Well, like, I guess. If that's the case, then let's hear your testimony. That is alright, isn't it, Your Honor? Yes, sir. All things good, Your Honor. Add some spine, for my sake. Like, when the channeling started, I was, like, sleeping in the side room. Like, a little later, someone came into the room, like, really suddenly. It was like, oh my god, totally my sister. I, like, hadn't seen her in, like, so long. I was so happy in, like, a sad way. My sister, she, like, told me something. Like, totally terrible. Now, hold your horses, young lady. You're saying the person was your sister. Don't you mean to defend my affair? Really now, Your Honor? My affair was still in the middle of channeling at that time. Are you saying that the spirit was the spirit of this witness's sister? Yes, Miney. She was the nurse at Dr. Gray's clinic. Oh, well, this is... witness. Like, yeah? In your testimony, you mentioned a terrible thing. Why don't you tell the court what this terrible thing was? I'm sure we'd love to hear about it. Like, do I totally, like, really have to? Of course. Miss Miney, please. My sister, like, this is what she said to me. That was no accident. I was drugged with sleeping pills. I was murdered by that person. That's why I took my revenge. It's only fair, isn't it, Miney? She took her revenge. Are you sure that's what she said? Yes. There, are you satisfied, Your Honor? I still can't believe it. I can't believe that a spirit would go so far as to use a medium to get revenge. It is a bit hard to swallow. However, all the evidence and testimonies point to this as the truth. The end. What do you think, Mr. Wright? It certainly seems like all loose ends are accounted for. This testimony just now, was it all made up? Was it all just one huge lie? Of course it was, Phoenix. What do you mean? It's well constructed, but that's all it is. But even the most well-spun lies can be undone. We can do it, Phoenix. Let's find out one loose thread and unwind this tapestry of lies. Your Honor, there is room for doubt, so the defense will cross-examine this witness. We believe that our cross-examination will reveal the real truth behind this murder. Yet again, the foolish fool spells out more foolishly foolish trouble. I wonder if you'll make this one more entertaining than the last. Oh, you bet it'll be more entertaining. You're going down. Hold it! It's already been 20 minutes, Jesus Christ. Was that because of your sesame allergy, was it? Like, that's right. I think there were sesame seeds, like, in the lunch they served that day. I had this, like, premonition that it was to totally be a seedy day. Yes, indeed. I see. I'm the only one who has missed the boat here. Anyway, so you were taking a nap. Did something happen while you were sleeping? A little later, someone came into the room really suddenly. Do you know the time? Maybe a little before 11 a.m.? Something like that, I think. 11 a.m. Yeah, like, my stomach is totally ready for, like, food. No, I think you misunderstood me. I'm not asking what time it is now. I meant what time was it when someone came into your room. Oh, so, like, that's what you meant. Like, you should have been more, like, clear about it. sorry. My bad. No, it's okay. Like, it's really... That's it! Why'd you stop mid-sentence? Did I? So, like, what was I talking about again? Never mind. When it's about this person who entered the side room. Oh my god, totally my sister. Are you absolutely sure? I guess. You guess? Was it or was it not your sister who entered? Like, I don't know. I mean, like, I totally don't know your sister at all, Mr. Smith. First of all, my name is not Mr. Smith. Second, I'm an only child. More than that, she seems to mess up the question with her answer. Well, Mr. Wright, the defense rests. But that was a colossal waste of our time. Now then, witness, how did you feel when you saw Miss Miney? I was happy in a sad way. Happy in a sad way? Yeah, like, I mean, it was my sister. But wouldn't most people react if you were surprised to seeing a dead loved one alive again? But like, maybe if I was like someone who didn't know about like the occult. But I like know all about the current channeling technique. The point here is that the witness immediately recognized that it was her sister. Yeah, like what she said. I dropped this line of questioning. Question further. So you really didn't think anything strange of the whole encounter? No. Like, there wasn't any reason for me to, like, think anything was strange. But, ow! Don't keep badgering her. You know the phrase objection. Could you try using that one tomorrow? Mr. Wright, this question of what the witness felt when she saw her sister, is it really that important? It is very important. Although I haven't quite figured out what it is yet. But I gotta bluff for now and make it seem like I know what I'm talking about. Alright, Mr. Wright. Miss Miney, please amend your testimony. Like, okay, I'm like totally cool with that. Looks like Sarah, her costume looked totally normal. So there was nothing odd at all about your sister's appearance? Like, yeah, nothing was like weird. Mia's talking to herself like she's found something wrong. That's impossible. Like, is everything okay? Can I, like, go on? Like, told me something totally terrible. Something terrible? What was this thing she told you? Huh? Like, didn't I just, like, tell you about it? Did you, like, forget already? A foolish fool, a foolish... With a foolish sieve? For a brain with only food speaks foolish word. I've never heard that word right there. Sieve. Okay, interesting. Excuse me, princess! I don't need to hear the story. I had a story. Not that my memory is that bad. The event is fine, does not need to hear the story. Very well, you make it to the test. I have never done that before. Okay. She really put a lot of thought in this lie, didn't she? We can't rush this. Let's take it slowly, one step at a time. She found the slip up somewhere. Don't get careless, okay? Remember, calm and collected. I was not ready for an excuse me, princess here. I was not ready for that at all. Also, her costume did not look normal. It has fucking blood on it. Come on. Come on. That was a very well spun lie, Miss Amy. What are you babbling about this time, Mr. Phoenix Wright? It's well constructed, but that's all it is. Stealing my lines now, are we, Phoenix? Miss Miney, may I remind you what you said? You said there was nothing strange about your sister's appearance. Like, yeah, Anne. But I don't think that's what you were thinking at all. Take a look at this picture. This is a picture of the sister you met. I don't think that even you would be surprised someone appeared before you like this. The blood spray. Miss Miney, why did you not include the blood you saw in your testimony? If you were really testifying and not lying, you would have known it right off the bat. Order! Miss Miney, what is the meaning of this? Miss Miney. I'm thinking, don't interrupt me! What are you stammering about, Your Honor? Well, that witness, her personality did a complete 180 there. Lots of people do that when they get on a stand, though. First of all, calm yourself, witness. I'm sorry, I, didn't mean to snap. Now, hurry up with the testimony. If you please. The judge still looks a little shaken up. A lot of help he's gonna be. Oh boy. The side room was, kinda dark, you know. So, the costume is, purple, right? The blood totally blended right in. And I, persuaded my sister it wasn't, right to do something like that. And then, I took my sister to the channeling chamber. Yes, now I see. And you have given us a clear reason for why you didn't notice the blood. You think? Thanks, Gramps. Are you satisfied, Mr. Wright? Alright, I guess not. Very well, you may question the witness. Not fucking satisfied? My god, lying out her ass. Really? Because I thought it was pretty bright inside that room. Don't put your subjective opinion up to this court. That's right. Excuse me, but how is my statement any more subjective than Miss Miney's? You are such a hopeless cause. Witness, you may feel free to ignore his trite little man. Okay. Can't breathe. Let me out of here. Costume and purple blood police went right in. You didn't see the blood? Yeah. But she must have had the gun with her at that time as well. That's, Are you gonna tell me that you didn't notice the gun either? I totally did. Oh, I was looking half of her face. Continue. I persuaded my sister wasn't right to do something like that. What was your sister, Miss Mimi Miney, at the time? Well, she was totally flipped out because she just shot Dr. Gray. But I think she knew. She said she did something really bad. And she said she wanted to go with me to apologize to Miss Morgan. Did Miss Fair really say all that to you? Yeah. And then I took my sister to the channeling chamber. Was your sister calm by that time? I guess so. I guess maybe, taking her revenge on Dr. Gray, made her feel a lot better. I'd like to feel a lot better too, Mr. Phoenix, right? The sooner the better. She says with her whip at the ready. And, Miss Morgan was the only one in the channeling chamber, you know? May I ask you one more thing, Miss Miney? Sure. Was there anything you found strange and unusual just out of place? Something out of place. What do you mean? When do you mean? When, we're going to the crime scene. When you were going to the channeling chamber, of course. No, nothing strange. She answered rather quickly. Now what? Press hard. Think harder. I know you can remember something. I totally can. That's not good enough. You have to explain yourself clearly to this court. Do you think, Mr. Wright, that whether or not there was something odd on the way to the channeling chamber is all that important? It's very important. I ask because it is very important. Not that I know where I'm going with this. Very well. Miss Miney, if you will, please include a statement about this in your testimony. I don't get why, but okay. I didn't see anyone on the way to the channeling chamber. Try to remember that time. Oh, I remember. I totally didn't see anyone on the way. I guess this really is a dead end. Something you finally caught when there's never a dead end, Phoenix. It's no good. I can't find anything wrong. Phoenix, the judge believes his testimony. If you don't find some sort of hitch in her statement, on the trial, I know. I have to give it another shot. No matter how many times we listen, we can't give up. Didn't see anyone on the way to channeling chamber. However, you should have seen Pearl.
Objection!
You say that you didn't see anyone on the way to channeling chamber. However, that is impossible. Like, what do you mean? I'd like to introduce someone to you. This is Miss Morgan Kay's daughter, Pearl Faye. Interesting, you have a semi-intelligent look on your face. So, what about this child? It just so happens that at the time of the murder, Pearl was playing in the center garden. The garden. Yep. Which means anyone walking through the area would have had to see her. So, Miss Miney, what do you have to say to that? What?
Objection!
As a clerk can see, she's a bit of an airhead. Also, she was leading her sister at the time. Do you honestly think she would not have known what it knows a simple child playing preposterous?
Objection!
It's not preposterous, and I can prove it. What sort of foolish? There's no way someone walking along the winding road could not have noticed Pearl because of the urn. This urn is my proof. An old cracked clay pot. What is that going to prove? Do you know why it's cracked? It's because Pearl broke it. That's why. She broke the urn. Ah, why do I feel like you're about to ruin my beautiful day? This urn was broken around the time the channeling started. Ah. And Pearl was the one who put it back together. While sitting right in the middle of the winding way. What? Miss Miney. Pearl was there in the winding way at the time. She was hard at work putting the pieces of the urn back together, you see. If you couldn't see that while you were walking, I'd declare you legally blind. I think I've sufficiently proven one thing, Miss Miney. You are a masterful liar. Mr. Wright, you need to watch what you say. You only need to watch what you say with the witness. Miss Miney, tell us the truth. About what? About what? About where you really were at the time of the murder, of course.
Objection!
The witness just testified about that. That's right. I was like sleeping in the side room. I really believe her. Was she really sleeping in the side room? There is no way. Your lies I'm hearing. What do you... The witness says that during the actual murder she was asleep in the side room. And I say it's not possible because there's clearly a contradiction there. A contradiction? Where is this contradiction? In her testimony, I believe. Earlier in your testimony, Miss Miney, you made the following statement. I like that you can ask me for help there. If you forget. And like, Miss Morgan was the only one in the channeling chamber, you know? It's true that at the time, both myself and Miss Howard were not there. We had gone to call the police. So, like, what does that have to do with anything? It's very simple. Miss Miney, how did you know that fact? How? I concede that Miss Fate was the only person in the channeling chamber. However, someone who was asleep in the side room could not have known that. Which means, Miss Miney, you did in fact go to the channeling chamber. But you didn't go there by the way of the winding way. But look at the manner going on. If one were to go in between the side room and the channeling chamber, one would have to use the winding way. Yes, that's right, Your Honor. Which is why I ask this very important question. Where was the witness at the time of the murder? Miss Miney, please answer the question. Ask a question off of a basis assumption, if you please. Well, I suppose since you put it out on the table, Mr. Phoenix, right? You might as well answer the question for us. Where was the witness at the time of the murder? Not your chance, Phoenix. The only person who could have killed Dr. Gray was Amy Miney. So now is the time to prove it. Mr. Royal, let's hear your answer. Where was the witness when the murder took place? In the channeling chamber?
Take that!
Miss Miney was here, of course. But that's the channeling chamber. Isn't that the crime scene? That's right. Miss Miney was at the scene of the crime. Order. That's why that is... Mr. Phoenix Wright, have you lost your mind? Yesterday's testimony established that only the victim and the defendant were in the chamber when the channeling started. Yes, that's correct. Please explain yourself, Mr. Wright. Simple. Miss Miney was hiding at the scene of the crime. I was hiding? Where? Like, where was I hiding? Behind the scroll.
Take that!
Here, of course. Behind the folding screen. Don't make me say this again! Recall yesterday's testimony. There ain't no way anyone was hanging out behind that folding screen. See, you stupid jerk! Quit being so quick to pin on me, slime ball! No, Miss Miney, one so young as you shouldn't be saying. Shut it, Gramps, as if you know exactly how old I am. Oh, I'm sorry. It's like the pipe's about to burst. Guess I should help it along. Oh, jeez. The witness was hiding behind the folding screen with the help of the box.
Take that!
Miss Miney, how you're able to hide yourself at the scene of the crime is very simple. You were hiding inside this box. That tiny little box, no person can fit in that. Sorry, but your theory's already been disproved. A lot of disproved when she was hiding from me and that. But that clothing box was in the side room, right? Which means it had nothing to do with the murder at all. That's right. I was sleeping there, so I should know. That clothing box was there in the side room the whole time. Mr. Wright, do you think you can prove where the clothing box was at the time of the crime? Yes, I can with some evidence. And now I present a piece of evidence that will prove this clothing box at the scene of the crime and the murder. Just scroll. Phone screen. Take a look at this clothing box. You're so stupid that there's any sort of evidence in that old thing. This. What on earth? I don't have time for you to sit there for pride. Hurry up and say it already. These are all about 8 inches off the ground. A hole about 8 inches off the ground. Where have we heard that before? The folding screen. It had a hole at the same height. That's right. Hope that's opened your eyes to what happened. At the time of the shooting, the clothing box was sitting behind the folding screen. Which is why the bullet from the pistol hit both the box and the folding screen. They went through the screen, then into the box. Miss Miney, you were hiding behind the folding screen waiting for your chance. Yes, for your chance to kill Dr. Gray. Order! What you are saying? Then Mr. Phoenix Wright, what about this picture? Are you saying that the person in this photo is Miss Miney? That is exactly what I'm saying. Miss Miney, you were hiding inside this clothing box all along. And you wore a medium's costume to masquerade as Maya Fey. To masquerade as Maya Fey? She had a plan from the very beginning. She would kill Dr. Gray and pin the blame on my client. God, I've been going. Fucking not. Oh God, we're talking. Stop. I can't stand to listen to this anymore, this foolishness. If that's the case, Mr. Phoenix Wright, then I have a proposition. This whole idea for the witness moved the clothing box to the crime scene, pretended to be the defendant, killed the victim, and then fled the scene of the crime. It's not possible for one person to do that all by themselves. Correct, it is not possible. It really isn't possible for one person to do all the preparations, that is. Ow! Need I remind you, the foolish receive no mercy! Wait, Miss Von Karma, you said it was not possible for one person, correct? You can't be serious! She is pissed. Miss Miney, you had an accomplice.
Take that!
And this person? If it wasn't someone from Karate Village, you couldn't have got the costume. If it wasn't someone from a fake household, you wouldn't have that box to use. Morgan Fay! Isn't that the wonderful lady we had witnessed we had earlier? What do you have to say to this, Miss Miney? You shot Dr. Gray with your own 2 hands. Do you deny it? Oh boy. I think this is what really happened. The murderer had planted herself at the scene of the crime long beforehand. Dressed in a medium's costume and wearing a wig, she pretended to be the defendant. And then the channeling started. The murderer crept silently towards the other two, both of whom had their eyes closed. First, she drugged Maya Fey with a strong sleeping agent. Then, she stabbed Dr. Gray with the knife. Next, she hid my client inside the clothing box. She did that so she could take Maya's place and frame her for the crime. But that's when something unexpected happened. Unexpected? Yes. Dr. Gray was not actually dead. At the last of his strength, he fired a shot at his attacker. And that's why the hole in the folding screen was so low to the ground. The murderer then took the gun from Dr. Gray. After that, you and the other lady thought to break into the room. Yes, the gunshot is certainly something you wouldn't expect to hear. Which is why, upon hearing the shot, we forced our way to the channeling chamber. Miss Miney, she immediately covered her own costume with blood and pretended to be Maya Fey. But that sort of deception would have been easy to see through. Which is precisely why Miss Morgan Fey chased us out. Please leave this area to me. Go quickly and inform the police. Hurry, before there are more victims here. Alright. What is one supposed to say? This is the real truth behind this murder. Who is that, laughing at a time like this? Oh, you simple-minded fools. I'm sorry. Are you still by chance evolving? What is it this time? Miss Von Karma, surely. Of course it was me. Do you really think someone of Von Karma blood would lose due to something this petty? What in the world? Oh boy. Mr. Phoenix Wright. Your argument is flawed in one very crucial area. And that is, if this witness is the real murderer, why would she go through all this trouble? Huh? Working together with a medium, pretending to be one, putting on this whole act. What reason would she have to do such foolish things? Well, that's, Yeah, that's right, that's exactly what I was gonna say. Oh, and one other thing. Why would Miss Miney want to kill Dr. Gray? Where is her motive? Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted to say, too. Yeah, motive! I don't have a motive! A motive? That's... I can't say she has no motive here. I have to think of a motive now. What are we for wanting Dr. Gray dead? The reason you want Dr. Gray dead is this. Let me read this again. We're 14 patriarchs and we overdosed their death. This is a mere coincidence.
Take that!
Ah! Chet, did I thought you bore me with your silly answers, Phoenix Wright. Just great. Now even she is calling me by my full name. You think I did this to get revenge for my sister's death? Yes. Because through that accident, you suffered a lot of hurt and pain yourself. Don't be stupid. No one has proof that Dr. Gray drugged my sister, right? Didn't you want to say I wanted to take revenge based on nothing? What do you mean by that? Senile, stupid Gramps. I'm, gonna explain, so, please listen, okay? It's been over half a year since I was discharged from the hospital. If I, wanted revenge, then, I wouldn't have waited this long. And besides, the guy that thought the spirit thing was, Dr. Gray. It was, a total coincidence he asked me about it, you know? She's back to her hair persona. However, you see, pathetic, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You failed to support your own theory. The end. I think we have our answer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What Miss Miney has stated is very true. Her defense plan is overly complicated and she has no motive in the first place. Furthermore, there is no reason for Miss Morgan Fay to cooperate with this plan. You don't even have any truly decisive pieces of evidence to demonstrate your point. So many faults, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You should really learn your place. Yeah. What happened? I thought I had her for sure. See, like, it's just as I, told you. I hope you liked your slice of humble pie. Very well, I now conclude the cross-examination of Miss Miney. Hold it. Oh, thank you. Your Honor, please allow the defense one more minute. Alright. You can't lose here. Have faith in yourself, Phoenix. Mia. Yes, it does sound like a ridiculously messed up plan for a murder. But you know, regardless, that girl trained for this crime. Really. Listen, Phoenix. Everything happens for a reason. There is a reason for why she had to kill Dr. Gray. And also the reason she had no choice but to kill him in this fashion. Time is up, Mr. Wright. Your final answer, please. If you want to say that you can prove Miss Miney had a motive, then why did she kill the victim in this way? Can you provide the reason? Can I really do this? I am not totally confident here, but I know that I must press on no matter what. That's right, Phoenix. Only you can do this now. I will show and substantiate the fact that Miss Miney had a motive. Too bad. You're too late. My cross-examination is already ended, after all. Interesting. I'll let you have your chance, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What? You're supposed to be on my side. A fun karma only cares about the perfect win. As long as you have the will to fight, I will knock you down, Mr. Phoenix Wright. And I don't care if you are my witness, so help me, I will throw you out of my way. No way. Very well. The court will take a 5-minute recess. That's fun karma screws herself over. We will continue the cross-examination after we reconvene. Hey! Wait a sec here. To be continued. More testimony. Of course, that's going to be it for now. Jeez, that was almost a fucking hour. I am surprised that it actually lasted as long. Nearly as long as the investigation. I am surprised that did. Jeez, it just kept going and going and going and going, and it was like, holy shit. Especially that one point, the pursuit music was just going. It's like, oh my god, can't fucking stop. Oh my god. Crazy. This is that these trials are starting to get this long. Anyways, that'll be it for now. I believe next part will be the final part of this trial, of this case, so we will finish it up next time. See you then. Bye-bye.